Hey, it's Tim here, coach of Men Who Want More, and thanks for joining me for this message today of motivation, inspiration. Hopefully it gives you a different perspective and insight, and it's on my secret to life or stepping up in life, and that is my growth game. My growth game. When I think about my growth game and my commitment and conviction to grow each and every single day, to grow myself as a man, to grow myself as a person walking through this world doing my best, that's my secret. If there was one, if there was a secret, I believe it's progressing and growing as an individual, as a person. Therefore, you can give to others so you can contribute at a higher level and you can meet your other needs along the way. But if you have a growth game attitude, then you're going to win. You're going to improve your life. You're going to have more success. You're going to have more purpose. You're going to have more fulfillment. You have more motivation, more confidence. You're going to bust through your fears of stress, of overwhelm, of failure, of judgment, of needing the approval from the outside world when you have a strong growth game. You see, my growth game is fucking strong, but it didn't start there. Now it's strong. And what do I mean by strong? I mean I have a ruthless fucking commitment every single day to grow me, to learn, to understand what makes me tick as a person, and from those lessons, pass it on. Do the necessary studies, whether it's formal or informal, directly or indirectly, and then pass that message on. So I've made it my life's mission and life's work to improve my growth game. The more I improve myself, the more I invest in myself, the more I can pass that on, and the more that you benefit if you're watching this. So how's your growth game? Do you have a growth game? Maybe you're just starting on that path, like I was decades ago. I remember as a little kid, a little 10-year-old, I think it was, sitting in the back of my mum and dad's four-wheel drive ute, SUV, and listening to the cassette tapes, hearing speakers, motivational speakers. And there's a part of me that said, I love that. There's something about that that I really like. One day I want to do that. And now I get to live that dream. But it didn't start there. That's when my growth game started. And I went through my journey of life. Learning, understanding, fucking up, failing, which I still do to this day, succeeding, and finding the journey more and more, enjoying along the journey because I choose it to be, no matter what. So my question is, how's your growth game right now? If you're just starting out on the journey, I honour you. I encourage you to keep learning. Maybe you're midway and you've got a few years under your belt and you've got some things figured out and some other things not. And maybe you're a lot further along that timeline. You're a coach yourself, or you advise people on certain areas of their life, whether it be in their business, in their relationships, in their health, in their finances, in their life, whatever it may be. But your growth game slips. I used to think back to my personal training days, and there'd be certain judgments on trainers, and I can honestly say I didn't have this judgment as heavily as others, but if a personal trainer wasn't in shape, that was a huge discussion. Some of us swung to the side of, hey, you don't necessarily have to be in amazing shape. Others said you have to be. I sat somewhere in the middle. I understood both sides. It's called perspective. So where are you with your growth game? Is it really strong? I believe in my growth game, big time, because I put the fucking time, effort, and energy every single day to do it. I have rituals around my growth game, my conviction, my ruthlessness, my commitment to grow myself, to become more, to expand, to progress. And from that place, I can serve. I can serve you. I can help you. I can hopefully inspire you, motivate you, honour you as a person. Because I've honoured myself as a person and I've got a strong growth game. So my message, my hope for my perspective here today, my insight, my distinctions that I'm giving you around a growth game, it's hitting you. And you can audit and take a look at your growth game right now. How do you grow yourself? Do you have any real intention around it? Or do you just let life sort of drift and take you? And then you wonder why you've got this challenge over here in your marriage, or you've got this financial challenge here, or you've got this health concern. Because you haven't had a ruthless commitment to growing yourself. Now, your ruthless conviction and commitment around your growth game doesn't have to be like mine. It can be different. And that's where individuality is so important and so amazing. Kevin, thanks for jumping on. Comrade, nice to see you. Alona, Luz, thanks for being here live, guys. I appreciate it. Mahesh, if you've got a question or something in and around a growth game that I'm talking about, which is my secret to stepping up in life, is continually evolving my growth game. Make sure you pop it in the comments there. Sharing this, like this video. I appreciate you being here. So my question is, if you want a better quality of life, if you want to feel better within yourself, and then from that have better results in any area of your life, look at yourself, look at your growth game, and then how are you going to up level it? Like I said, I didn't start with a strong growth game. And do I have things to learn? Absolutely. I'm a student first, expert second, I like to say, and I'm always learning. I'm always reading a book. At the moment, I'm reading Stephen Pressfield's Turning Pro, which is a great book. I've just come off the back of his first one, which is The War of Art. So I didn't always used to be a big reader, but I understand the importance of it. And over the last few years, I've been a pretty solid reader. Now, I'm not somebody who reads a book in a weekend or even a day or even a week. I chip away at it. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're a big reader or you're a writer and boom, off you go. Maybe it's, I remember having CDs. Remember back in the day where they sent you CDs, self-development CDs, come to my door and I'd be all excited and then I wouldn't even watch it. My growth game there was subpar. It was maybe a 3 or a 4. I was committed, but, I was interested, but not committed. I'd have books that I'd sort of dabble in. Now, if I've got a book, boom, focus, read. Growth game, higher level. If I've got not CDs these days, but if I've invested in something or even free audio stuff, podcasts, anything sort of like an audio book, boom, full force. Higher level, higher conviction, higher ruthlessness, higher commitment on your growth game. Where are you at? So pop in the comments. Here's something cool. Hey Laura, thanks for jumping on. Pop in the comments. Abby, nice to see you. Your commitment to your growth game right now. And be honest, if it's a 5 out of 10, is it a 9 out of 10 and you're super committed? Is it a 2? Is it 0? You just haven't been committed to your growth whatsoever and you're just stumbling across this video from this guy named Tim and you're wondering what the heck. Kevin, my game is growing through personal studies and analysis. Great. Then passing that summarized info on to kids, oh, beautiful. And have the right base when starting their own path. That's wonderful. A great movement. Give me a rating on how you feel your growth game is within within personal studies and analysis. Give it just a score out of 10, guys. I'd be interested to read. I'll get back to every single one, promise. It may take me a day or two, but I'll get back to every single person who comments because I value your time. I value myself and the message that I'm putting out to the world, my growth game's here, and I value you, no matter where you are on the path. This has absolutely nothing to do with competition or comparison. It's got everything to do with you as an individual looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, you know what, I can be doing a little bit better here within my growth. How you want to do that? Do you do the seminars and the workshops? I'm a big fan of those. Do you do the books? Do you do the audios? Do you do the coaching? Do you do the videos like this? Whatever works for you. What I've found over the last decade being in self-development is that everyone's got their flavor on things. They like certain things. So I'd encourage you to go full force into that, up-level your growth game, because from that, the more that you invest in yourself, whether it's time, effort, finances, others, in you, then the more is going to come out of it. The more that you're going to be able to make your mark on this world, whatever that is. The more success you'll have, but also the more fulfillment you have, because you're growing, expanding. It's a deep human driver of ours. One of our deepest human needs is to feel like we're growing on some level. And if you're not, then your growth game is low. You can make the choice, you can have the conviction, you can have the commitment to change at any time you want, to up-level your growth game until you're super proud, and it doesn't have to revolve around your life. So I've had buddies in the past and people that I know who've been committed to learning, and that's all they do. They just learn and learn. They do this degree after this degree and this course after this course, and they never put it in fucking action, and you wonder why they don't get the results. And then they beat themselves up. Oh, and then they think, and then here's a perfectionist lie, they think that I need to learn some more before I can put it into action. No. You know enough. You know exactly what you need to know now to help somebody in the world, however that looks for you. Can you improve? Can you continue learning? Absolutely. But not at the expense of acting, not at the expense of executing on your calling and who you are as a person, as a man, as a woman, to contribute, to grow you and contribute on some level. Now, contribution, this is a great conversation. I'll probably save this for another message, another live stream. But at whatever level that you want to be contributing is fine. Now, if you've got goals, aspirations, visions, dreams to contribute at a higher level, that's awesome too. And just start taking steps. But it starts from growing you. It starts from, hey, I've got something within me that I want to perpetuate in this world. I want to contribute to other people's lives in a positive, empowering, great way. And then just taking little steps. Don't fall into the trap of continually learning, upgrading your growth game, but then not acting and executing on it to help others. And others may be your kids. Others may be a work colleague. Others may be your family, close friends, partners, something like that. Or it might go further. It might go a bit further and you've got a bigger mission. That's totally up to you to decide. But the message I want to leave you with is do yourself a favour and upgrade your growth game. Have a goal to upgrade your growth game. Goal to grow the game. How would that sit for you? So give me a rating. Kevin, 4 to 5 execution is a challenge. Absolutely, mate. I know what you mean. But having the awareness is the first step to progress. So having that awareness and believing in yourself. Execution comes off the bat of continually choosing your dreams over your doubts, believing in yourself, and no matter what anybody else says, or the world says, or the environment says, or the economics says, no matter what any circumstance or situations, breaking through and continually taking just one little step. That's all it is. And we all face that battle on some level of executing and taking action relentlessly. It's rule number 3 of my 6 big rules for men who want more is take relentless action. That's it. You do that and you'll have your dream. I love your growth game, man. So 4 to 5, let's get that up to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. And if you want some extra guidance, Kevin, make sure you PM me. Happy to help there, guys. Again, thank you to Laura, Abby, Luz, Alona, Comrade, Kevin again, and Mahesh, all jumping on live. I really appreciate your time. Pass this message on, like this video, share this video, and if you're watching the replay, I deeply appreciate it also. Much gratitude to you wherever you're watching from in the world. Coming from here, Perth, Australia, Western Australia, great place if you've never been here. One of the most isolated, I think it is the most isolated city in the world, Perth, Western Australia, or major city, or capital city, whatever you want to call it. Wonderful place. We have 20 degrees in summer, in winter at the moment, 40 degrees. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but wonderful place. So I'll sign off on that. Have a wonderful rest of your day or morning, or afternoon, whenever you're watching, evening, and it's your time to step into your strength and to be the best man you can be.